So it's funny how history seems to repeat itself. A few months ago, I had sat down to play The Witcher, and I noticed that Hearthstone had released a new announcement trailer. And yet again, here we are. I swear I was going to be doing Witcher stuff today, and yet again, we have found a new Hearthstone trailer on YouTube. So let's watch it. Let's see what happens. I will say before we do this, this is fairly a blind reaction, but I had hovered over the thumbnail, so I got a little bit of a preview. From what I can tell, it seems to be some kind of like superhero, something or other. Yeah, haven't really watched it, so I am intrigued though. Let's see what we got. Malfurion. Jaina, makes sense. This is Hearthstone so far. Who's that guy? Oh, I won't be pausing a whole lot during this, but yeah, that's what I thought. I don't speak French. I don't know what that says. That was a dumb joke. Let's keep going. Okay, I'm guessing they'll go over everything, so let's just let the cinematic roll here. Goodness. I'm trying to keep my comments to a minimum right now for the cinematic. Okay. I mean, so far the atmosphere, no pun intended, they're in the sky, but the atmosphere or the flavor of this is miles beyond the last one. Yeah.
Hi,
But
I'm
okay,
Alex Smith,
hold my comments.
game designer for
What's
Hearthstone.
up, Alex?
And I'm Edward Goodwin.
Edward, what's up?
Designer on Hearthstone, here to talk to you about the new expansion.
Titan.
Wow, someone went a little overboard with the Titans theme,
That's exactly right. I'm going full Titans, Alex.
whatever that means. Inspired by
Seems like he was just about to say it.
ancient mythology, Titans are godlike beings who made up the primordial matter from which the very universe was born.
Imbued with the raw power of creation itself, they roam the cosmos like walking worlds. Together, they form the Pantheon of Order, traveling from planet to planet to defeat evil forces and impose their vision of order and prosperity.
How are you doing that?
Full Titans, Alex.
Okay.
Full Titans.
So not superheroes, which I'm actually thankful for. I'm not a huge superhero guy, but just by the look of it, like, you know, seeing the like big figures and this and that, I assumed it was something like that. But now seeing it's more of a, was it, what did they say, was it Greek or something, gods, something like that. So that's really cool. Way better than a music festival. I hate to say it, but man, that, yeah, let's not go into the past. This seems sick. This seems promising as far as just, like, it was almost cringy playing through some of the other stuff. So I won't get bogged down with the past. Let's see what the future has in store. Man, that was a good transition. Let's roll.
This expansion takes place in the distant past, just after the defeat of the old gods before life inhabited Azeroth. The Titans are gathering in Olduar to prepare the planet for the Age of Mortals.
In Titan, you'll be able to bring the celestial founders of Azeroth to battle as 11 new legendary cards.
Seriously, how is this helping?
You're welcome to be as boring as you want to be.
Now let's get into it. Titan!
These guys got a good dynamic.
It's a brand new keyword coming to Hearthstone this expansion.
Okay.
Minions with the Titan keyword have 3 powerful single-use abilities that you can choose from instead of attacking.
Let's take a look at Druid's Titan, Eonar, the Lifebinder. When you click on a Titan, you can view its 3 abilities, then pick one to activate. Eonar's goal as Lifebinder is to fill the planet of Azeroth with a variety of lush ecosystems and wildlife. It's only natural her abilities can also fill up your health, mana crystals, or hand.
Wait. Sorry, my chair's so squeaky. But anyway. Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So was ETC Manager last expansion, was that like a tech demo for what we're seeing here? You know what I mean? Like you play a card, you get 3 choices, but these are essentially spells instead of picking a minion. I mean, that's the first parallel just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's probably a better comparison than that. But yeah, what was the cost on this? So it's a 5/7 for 10. What it's
When you click on it,
after you use an ability, summon a 5/5 ancient with taunt. Okay, so you get 3
Planet of Azeroth with a variety
5/5s,
systems and
but you have to use an ability.
Natural, her abilities can also.
And is it just every turn you get an ability? I'm sure they'll say in a second, but this is probably not the time to go into fine detail of all of this. I'm just really excited, honestly. So card draw, the full health, okay, and fresh mana crystals. So yeah, very druid things. I'd love to see all of the classes. Okay, cool. Let's keep moving forward here before I start getting too talkative.
To fill up your health, mana crystals, or hand.
You can only use one ability per turn, and each ability can only be used once.
Okay, that's fair.
Additionally, you'll notice Enar summons a 5/5 Ancient with Taunt after using one of her Titan abilities.
That's awesome.
Titan will come with its own unique effect. Once a Titan has exhausted all 3 of its abilities, it can attack the following turn just like a normal minion.
Okay.
Each class will be getting their very own Titan.
Titan!
What?
Nice.
No magic tricks?
Rad. Okay, so it doesn't seem to cost any mana to use the ability. It's just every turn you get prompted to do it. Okay, I mean for 10 mana, that seems fair, you know.
Talk about our next keyword, Forge, which harnesses the craftsmanship of the Titans. Forge cards can be permanently upgraded once by dragging the card over your deck and spending 2 mana. And here's one now,
What?
Cyclopean Crusher. Cyclopean Crusher starts out as a 3-mana 3/3 with Rush, but once you forge it, it becomes a 3-mana 6/5 with Rush.
What? Wait, what?
But once you forge
Okay, 3/3.
it becomes a 3-mana.
Okay, so that's 5 total mana for a 6/5 with Rush. But wait, you could. Okay. Here's the thing. You don't have to play that right away. I'm thinking about mana cost here, right? So you don't have to play that right away. You could
Starts out as a 3-mana.
say you had 5 mana on hand. Wait, 2 mana. Say you have 3 mana on hand. Instead of just playing that, you could play something for a cost of 1, and then with your remaining 2, you could forge, and then on your next turn you could play it. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to forge and play at the same time. So I think that is definitely a saving grace of this card. You can kind of work around and be like, oh, instead of hero power with my remaining 2 mana this turn, I'm just going to forge a card. I would be really interested to see if you can forge multiple cards in one turn and not, have to play them. Well, not as much have to play them, but are you able to use the forge multiple times during a turn? Very interesting. You know what? I bet they'll go into that detail if I would just shut up and listen. So let's do that.
It becomes a 3-mana 6/5 with Rush.
Nice.
Each forged card's upgraded form is different, but forging a card will always cost 2 mana.
Okay.
More than just minions can be forged, as shown by this druid spell, Embrace of Nature. Embrace of Nature draws a choose one card, but if you forge it, the drawn card will have both of its effects combined. Similar to the Cycle of Titans, each class will get their own forge card.
Really? Really? Let me see that again. Show the full card text. Yeah. So you draw a choose one. Oh man.
Nature
Yeah.
draws a choose one card, but if you forge it, the drawn card.
And that's 1 mana for. Oh my golden rings.
Each class has its own forge card.
There are wondrous locations
Sick.
in the grand city of Ulduar, like decorated temples, ingenious laboratories.
I missed what he was saying because I was
Each class
saying the
has
word
its own
sick.
forge card.
All right.
There are wondrous locations in the grand city of Ulduar, like decorated temples, ingenious laboratories, and massive forges.
Cool.
The Forge of Wills
Love the
displays
flavor.
one of these iconic locations and the epic scale of what is being created within them.
Ulduar is also home to a variety of
Epic scale.
What? Choose a friendly minion. Summon a giant with its stats and rush. Is this a shaman card? Is it purple? No.
Displays one of these iconic locations. Epic scale.
Yeah, it's a warlock card. Wait. Okay, no. I was trying to think. Anytime I see warlock making new minions or copying stuff, I get shudders from the Q block days. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. If I won't go into it right now, but okay, that's awesome. Forging all this stuff, flavor of it. Oh man, I'm just eating this up here. Sorry, I'm getting too excited. Anyway, let's keep watching.
Scale of what is being created within them.
Ulduar is also home to a variety of magical denizens, such as Fate Splitter. She can predict a person's demise, including her own. Get whatever card destroyed them to throw right back at your opponent.
What? Wait, really? Really? What? Let me read that text again. Add a copy of the card. Oh.
She can predict a person's demise, including her own.
Oh man, that's dirty.
Them to throw right back at your opponent. Meanwhile, the Sons of Hodir are
That's
hard at work
hilarious.
defending Ulduar.
Giants? Shuffle for giant? What? Oh.
Playing it shuffles more Frost Giants into your deck that are summoned when drawn, ready to help protect the city.
Oh my god.
Speaking of giants, we have the progenitor himself, Hodir, father of giants. Hodir is one of the 11 keepers of Ulduar.
It says the next. Oh my word. This. Oh, dude. I love playing big minions, you know, as apparent from my big shaman series of videos I did there for Cards and Coffee. But anyway, against the shameless self-promotion there, that is, oh man, it's so cool.
Right hand of the Titans. Hodir brings some.
I have a follow-up thing to say about that, but first.
Sizing up your next 3 summon minions to 8/8s. Each class will be receiving a legendary keeper in addition to their Titan.
Let's visit the Holy
Okay, before we get into that, anytime I see something in Hearthstone that looks awesome to play or, you know, whatever, I always think about the flip side of that coin. Like, what does it look like to play against? Like, will it be annoying? Will it be tough to deal with? But if you're... There has to be huge removals, probably polymorph esque stuff in there. Not silence. Well, for that card, it'd be a good silence. But anyway, I'm just trying to play some devil's advocate here of what if I go up against that? Is that just going to feel terrible, you know, and kind of, you know, tank the whole expansion? I don't think so. I feel like having these huge minions at your disposal will outweigh kind of any of the negatives towards it. But anyway, let's see. I'll start this part over here and let's see what we got. Start over. It's like 5 seconds. Here we go.
Class will be receiving a legendary keeper in addition to their Titan.
A keeper.
Let's visit the holy temples of Ulduar, where the paladins reside. They are devout followers of the legendary keeper Tyr. Protector of the weak, Tyr will bring new life to your minions that have fallen in battle by bringing resurrection to paladin for the first time. Tyr will only resurrect your paladin minions.
That's a cool animation.
Has creative possibilities for deck building.
In order,
Did they say only paladins?
By bringing resurrection to paladin for the first time. Tyr will only resurrect your paladin minions, which provides creative possibilities for deck building.
So pure paladins still going strong.
the lofty plans they have for Azeroth, they will tap into their advanced technological know-how. Mechs are a core aspect of Ulduar, and the best way to honor that is with the return of one of Hearthstone's previous keywords, magnetic. Let's take a look at Noble Minibot. It's a great minion on its own, but incredibly effective
Magnet's
when
back.
magnetized to a lower cost mech.
Magnetic returns this expansion
Fine.
in some new classes and with some unique uses, like the SP3Y3D3R card in Rogue.
That's funny.
Protects any important mech by giving itself
Spider. Cool.
For our final Titan reveal.
Wait, I want in.
Really?
Yes, I was wrong. You were right.
All right.
Titans!
Goodness.
Full Titans.
Full Titans. Mages will be following the Titan.
Good for you, guy. Good for you.
Use one of Norganon's abilities.
Wait. Oh, hey. I can read French now. Norganon, after you use this ability, double the power of the other abilities. Huh?
Every time you use one of Norganon's abilities, his remaining abilities double in power. And it doesn't stop there.
What? So that'd be 2 secrets, 10 damage, and 2 more card cost for your opponent. Interesting.
There, if Norganon survives to use his third ability, it will quadruple in power to unleash a devastating blow, like casting 4 Mage Secrets, making your opponent's cards cost 4 more, or dealing 20 damage to an enemy.
Can you silence a Titan before it uses all of its abilities? You know what I mean? Like, you throw it down, it's like silence. All right, well, that's all I can do. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
Since Norganon is tasked with entrusting the gift of magic to the mortal races, mages will be focusing on mastering all types of magic. They will have minions eager to reward you for casting spells from many different schools, such as Inquisitive Creation. Try to cast as many spell schools as you can to wipe away your opponent's board of
Oh, cool. Like an amalgam, kind of. Or like the previous amalgams we just saw.
And last but not least, we have
One
a
man.
login reward card.
Amalgam
Sure,
man.
things go as planned. The Titans have imprisoned one of the most evil old gods below Ulduar, just to make sure he isn't up to any tricks.
Prison of Yogg-Saron is our first neutral location card.
A neutral location card. Choose a character, cast 4 random spells. We love the random spells. Yogg is back in some capacity.
And our first legendary location card. If you dare to enter, some of Yogg-Saron's power may escape and cast spells to your benefit or misfortune. Some say his whispers of insanity leak out of his prison and are slowly driving the Titans mad. But that can never happen, right?
Oh man, I I love that. You can cast random spells on yourself. That's so cool.
Nah. You can log into the game right now to get the Prison of Yogg-Saron for free and start playing with it right away.
Well, so much for Witcher today.
Titans!
Will be launching this August.
The
Titan!
pre-purchase bundles are available now,
Can't wait
Oh.
to see you in Ulduar.
wielding the power of the
Titan! Titans! Titans!
Titans? My goodness. Wow. So, wow. As far as comparing this to the other expansion, Festival of Legends, or I should say for this year, you know, putting in perspective, this just seems so much more fun as far as things. I know we didn't see a lot. You know, obviously a lot depends on the finer minutia, if you will, of some of the other cards. But just the idea of the Titans, everything seems to be going bigger. But same way with Sunken City. We had the Colossals, you know, and they obviously seen a lot of play and everything. But it wasn't centered around Colossals. This is, as far as we can tell, centered around big minions doing big things. And, you know, like I was saying before, like, how's it going to go up? What's it going to be like going up against these Titans? But will you have enough tools in your disposal? There has to be something where this is balancing out. It's not like we all just get huge minions and huge effects and that's it. Like, it can't be just, it can't just be that. But if it is, I mean, then I don't know. I'm going to pump on the brakes just for a second here and take a look at the bigger picture. We have a really cool expansion from what it seems like. A very cool expansion coming out. That in itself is worth being excited about. All of the finer details, I feel like Hearthstone right now is at the spot where, at least for me, I can just appreciate having something like this to look forward to compared to with, I almost said League of Legends, but the Festival of Legends, where in that expansion was like, oh, well, this is cool, and this is cool, and we're left with, it's not that exciting. But with this, it seems to be just like a bold bullet point on the list of the Hearthstone timeline right now. That's just my reaction. That's my opinion, I guess you could say. But yeah, all that is to be seen of what it will actually look like. But I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful for what this is going to be. I feel like I'm kind of talking in circles right now. Overall, positive impression. Let's keep it as that. Let's keep it at that. But either way, thanks for joining me here looking through this. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, by the way, Cards and Coffee is going to be making a return to the channel soon enough. And shameless plug, I guess you have to subscribe to the Storm Gaming Alliance now, don't you? Everybody unsubscribes. Great. Anyway, see you next time.